officials today. Some familiar names if you follow college basketball along. Joe Lindsay, Chuck Jones, and Tony Padilla. Russell Chiwa will jump it off for Georgia, and he wins the opening tap as he knocks it into the backcourt and is chased down by Silas Demery. The freshman handles the basketball in the first possession of the season for Georgia.
First freshman to start for the Dogs since Anthony Edwards.
He misses that open three-pointer, the rebound taken by Oregon. The Ducks working right to left from our mezzanine level view, up high away from the floor. Baseline jumper left side by one of their big men, and that was in Folly Dante. He missed it as it bounced off the rim. The rebound goes to the Dogs. Here's R.J. Melendez, who had that big exhibition performance on Monday against Eastern Kentucky. Passes it up to Jabri Abdur-Rahim for a three-point attempt straight away. That's no good, but fouled on the shot. So Jabri will go to the line for 3 free throws.
That's certainly not good defense. I mean, to foul a guy from way beyond the three-point line and, with really no reason to at that particular point in the game.
And the foul on Jermaine Couisnard, the former South Carolina Gamecock. His first free throw by Jabri is no good. A bit of an oddity there. He led the team last season in free throw percentage at 82%. Comes up empty on number one. He makes the second foul shot. And a third will be on the way. The starting lineup for Oregon features N'Faly Dante, a all Pac-12 performer, 6'11" and 265. Jabri misses 2 out of the 3 free throws, but the rebound is pulled off that last miss by Chiwa for the Dogs. Melendez has it, left right corner, drives the baseline, tries to shovel it inside to Chiwa. The pass is low, and it's knocked away and stolen by Oregon. They run the floor. Alley-oop lob does not succeed, but they get the rebound on the follow-up, and Couisnard puts it up and in for the first points of the game. Couisnard, pretty good scorer in his South Carolina days, 6'4" guard from East Chicago, Indiana. Dogs turn it over in the corner. And Oregon with the basketball and a 2-1 lead. This is Jesse Zarzuela going down, trying to shoot it, getting a layup in close. He missed the layup, but there's one of their 7-footers on the floor,
Yep.
Big Nate Biddle, who fought for the rebound and got the putback.
And that's exactly what we were talking to. Mike White did not want to see those 7-footers in there close to the rim.
4-1 lead to start the game for Oregon. Melendez throws it away on a bounce pass to Abdur-Rahim along the right baseline. Dogs turn it over. A little bit of a sloppy start for the Dogs here in the first couple of minutes. Oregon with a 4-1 lead here in Las Vegas. Oregon basketball. This is Keyshawn Barthélemy, a 6'1" senior guard from Montreal, Canada, bringing it up the floor. Now we've got a whistle and a foul down low. And it looks like that's going to be on Silas Demery, the freshman guard, his first foul. Got a bit of a hold on a guy running from right to left along the baseline. So Oregon will throw it in left of the basket on the baseline. They throw it into the big guy in Folly. He beat Chiwa to the rim and lays it up and in.
Well, just no excuse for that. You can't let those big guys get like that.
6-1.
Now we mishandle it.
Yep, turn it over again. 6-1 Oregon lead.
And Silas Demery, he's a true freshman, a guy that Mike White likes a lot because of his maturity, but he's off to a tough start here. He's had a couple of turnovers, missed a couple of shots.
Ducks with the basketball and a 6-1 lead. They go to the big guy at the elbow. Passes behind his back to Barthélemy. Over to Zarzuela, playing at his 5th different school, by the way. Transfers every year. Into the corner to Big Biddle, the 7-footer. Drops a 3-pointer on us. Biddle with 5 points now, and the lead grows to 9-1. Not the start the Dogs were hoping for today. Noah Thomason fakes the 3. Gives it up to Demery on the right wing. Down low to Chiwa. He's doubled. Skips it back out to Noah Thomason, the transfer from Niagara. Feeds Jabri for 3. In and out. No good for Georgia. The Dogs cold to start this ball game. It's 9-1 Oregon. Ducks got the rebound on the missed 3. They drive and shoot. Zarzuela. No, that was Barthélemy, excuse me. He missed the jumper. A little fade away from the right side. Dogs rebound his miss. Thomason brings it up the floor. Misses the one-hander from the free throw line. My goodness.
No, we can't get it to go.
Dogs 0 for 4 to start the game. There's Biddle again, in close and scoring. He's got 7 already. 11-1 start. Oregon with the lead. Dogs skip it into the corner. Jabri for 3. Again, misses the shot, but again fouled on the three-point attempt. And he'll go to the line. Biddle picks up the foul. Biddle, 7-foot junior center from Central Point, Oregon, a former McDonald's All-American, commits the foul, and Jabri, who missed 2 of his 3 free throws previously at the line in this game, back to the stripe. Free throw number 1. This attempt is good. 11-2, Oregon with an early lead. Jabri makes the second foul shot. The third and final one is coming up as the Dogs substitute Jalen DeLoach and Justin Hill into the ball game. DeLoach, a transfer from VCU, did not play in the exhibition game last Monday. 6'9", junior from Savannah, Georgia, 220 pounds. And Justin played a lot for the Dogs last season. All 3 free throws good by Abdul Rahim.
And that's a lot more like it, but right now we got 4 points and we've yet to make a field goal. I mean, that's just the way things have started here for the Dogs. It has not looked good, and defensively we've struggled too. So we got to tighten up on both ends.
Biddle's got it left of the lane, trying to work against Chiwa. Dribbles it out above the 3, hands off to one of the guards, back to Biddle. The big 7-footer, good ball handler. Over to Bartholomew. His long jumper from the left side is no good. Fight for the rebound. There's a scramble for it. Oregon picks it up way out front, almost to half court. Keep the possession alive. They work the ball around Georgia's defense. Right side, straddling the three-point line and taking a long two-pointer is Jermaine Kusnard. That's off the rim, no good, and the rebound to the Dogs. 11-4, Oregon with an early lead here on Georgia. Here's DeLoach, going to dribble and drive with a left hand across the foul line. He stops there. Bounce pass, threads the needle down to Chiwa. Wide open for an easy layup for the big man.
They just forgot about him, and I don't know how you miss that guy. He's 7 feet and 280 pounds.
First basket of the game for the Dogs. It's 11-6. We're down 5. Oregon with the ball. Zarzuela going to try to drive on Noah Thomason. And Joe Lindsay said that's a foul on the Georgia guard.
Well, that's a first missed call by Joe Lindsay this year because I'm
not sure we can.
What he wants to see is a little more aggressiveness and pick it up because there we're getting out-rebounded 8-4 on the glass. And, they're doubling up. And when they're getting twice as many rebounds as you are, it's going to make it for a long afternoon.
Oregon inbounds under the basket. They throw it in to Zarzuela. He misses the left side baseline jumper. The tap-in is too hard, also no good. And that miss goes to the Dogs. Georgia with a basketball. Oregon fails to convert on a couple of open shots. Thomason dribbles between the circles, screened by Chiwa, feeds it left to DeLoach. DeLoach, the transfer from Virginia Commonwealth, spins in the paint, jump hook, partially tipped. Chiwa gets the deflection and lays it up and in right under the basket.
Well, they both jumped at DeLoach, and they did tip it, but it left Chiwa wide open.
Right place, right time, and whistle and a foul. Another foul called on the Dogs.
Fouls on Georgia's number 23, Jalen DeLoach.
They called that on DeLoach. But he got a forearm in one of the Ducks players coming back up the floor. A call made by Tony Padilla.
That's a foul?
Yeah. Oregon with a basketball, and the lead has been trimmed from 10 down to 3.
Oh, we just let him go.
Yeah, Brennan Rigsby, a 6'3 junior, a junior college transfer, drives all the way to the basket. Jumps in the air and lays it up off the square. His first points of the game. Now DeLoach foul on a drive along the right baseline by Oregon. Blocking foul on the Ducks. And they get that on the freshman Kwame Evans. McDonald's All-American, very talented player for Dana Altman's team. Georgia will inbound the basketball down 5, 13-8 here in the first half. Justin Hill to throw it in just to the left of the basket support. Feeds it into Noah Thomason. He misses the 3 from the right wing. Rebound taken away by Rigsby. He'll take it up the floor himself from right to left from our vantage point. Blue Kane is in the game now for the Dogs. One of the talented freshmen that Mike White signed. Kane, a 6'5" freshman guard from Knoxville, Tennessee. Ball knocked away by Oregon. Nope, they're going to say over and back. Dana Altman arguing that we tipped it. Chuck Jones now going to talk to
Joe Lindsay,
one of his colleagues, and they may get that call. Yep, it's going to remain Oregon basketball, I think. Yep, it will. So the over and back is erased, and Oregon will maintain possession with 13 on the shot clock. The Dog fans in attendance don't care for it.
Well, I got to tell you, you know what? You want them to get the calls right. And, Joe Lindsay, to his credit, came over and corrected it.
In Folly with the ball, top big man feeds it to the right. A drive on the right baseline, and the freshman Evans leans in right of the lane and banks it home for Oregon. And the lead back up to 7 now. It's 15-8. Kwame Evans with his first points of the contest and his first points of his Oregon career. Dogs in a double team down on the block. That's Dylan Evans, one of our freshmen, a 6'9" freshman forward. Jump hook missed it from the left block. Oregon with a rebound and a ball and a 7-point lead, 13:35 to go. Half number 1 here in Las Vegas. Here's Evans now. Shot blocked out on the perimeter for 3 by Georgia. Deflects to a teammate underneath, and that's in Folly Dante. He tries to put it up and in under the basket and gets fouled on the play. 2 shots coming for Oregon.
Scott, that Dylan James, that true freshman for Georgia, number 13, he's got some length.
He does.
Looks like he puts those arms out and stretches the whole lane.
Dante at the line for Oregon.
Deloach whistled for the foul, by the way. The Georgia junior forward, VCU transfer, picks up his second, and that puts Folly on the free throw line for the Ducks, where he sinks his first free throw of the afternoon. 6'11", 265 for the senior from the Republic of Mali. He prepped in Kansas, Sunrise Christian Academy, and is an all-conference player for the Oregon Ducks in the Pac-12, for what's left of it this season. Makes both free throws.
There's a familiar face.
And it's 17-8. Cario Oquindo on the floor for the first time. The Georgia Bulldog transfer, played for the Dogs for the last 2 seasons. Second leading scorer last year for the Dogs. Went in the portal, transferred to Oregon in the offseason, and he's on the floor for the first time as the Dogs drive with Justin Hill. Ball stripped away as he goes to the basket down the lane. Stripped out, touched out by Oregon last. It'll be Dogs basketball. 25 seconds on the shot clock. 13:21 to go first half. It's 17-8 now, Oregon. They opened it up 11-1 to start the game. The Dogs closed it to 11-8. But the Ducks have put the last 6 on the board. Melendez is back in as well. He drives in from the left side, in close range, misses a 4-footer. Right around the restricted zone. Just bounces off the rim and away, touched out by the Dogs last. And it'll be Ducks basketball.
Well, right now we're being pretty consistent from anywhere on the floor we're missing. I mean, when it's close, we miss. When we're out at distance, we miss.
Yeah, 2 for 10, Chuck, to start the game from the field. Rigsby has it just above the left elbow for Oregon, one of their guards. They work it into the corner, swing it up on the wing to Cario. He gives it up to the big man Biddle. Top of the key with 8 on the clock. Rigsby, bounce feed down to the big guy Biddle. He works against Melendez, who holds his ground. Jump hook spinning to the baseline is off target. Hits the rim, and the rebound taken by the Dogs. Georgia with Hill. He hesitates, drives, floater with one hand, misses it off the iron. Another missed shot by the Dogs. Oregon will turn it over. Ball got away, rolls into the front court, picked up there by Georgia's Dylan James. Blue Kane has the dribble now, the freshman from Knoxville, Tennessee. Works left side of the floor. Slow bounce pass to Chiwa. Foul line extended. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Biddle. Just any contact that was coming, he was going to flop on the floor, and Chuck Jones bought the call, and they called a charge on Chiwa.
His first.
Not sure about that one.
The Bulldogs' 5th.
That's 2 big men. And at first touch, Biddle, he was ready to hit the floor. You can see him setting himself up for it as soon as contact was made by the big guy, Russell Chiwa.
Yeah.
And he got the call.
Yeah, if Russell had sneezed on him, he was going to fall.
17-8, Ducks with the lead and the ball. They work on the left end of the floor from our vantage point. Zarzuela with a drive and a bounce pass to Biddle. Misses the first shot, but the 7-footer able to tap in his own miss for the points, and he's got 7. And it's 19-11. Or 19-8, excuse me. The lead is 11. Dogs turn it over in the corner. Oregon down the lane. And Cario Oquendo right through our defense with a running layup all the way to the rim. And the former Bulldog with his first points against his former team. And Georgia's going to call a time with 11:44 to go.
And I believe, I'm sure there are nerves. This is the first time that they've played where it counts like this. And, they're trying to still figure out rotations and who goes where and who does what. And I do expect this to improve as this game progresses.
Georgia in a scoring drought of over 3 minutes right now. They turn it over as they get the ball across the half-court line against a full-court press. Pull-up jumper on the other end by the Ducks rattles out, and Chiwa rebounds the miss for the Dogs, so we'll get another crack at it. As Silas Demery, the freshman, will bring it into the front court. Along the baseline, bounce feed, Abdur Rahim. He misses the windmill layup. It's tipped out on the rebound by the Ducks. And another missed shot. Georgia now 2 of 12. The Ducks are on a 10-0 run and lead at 21-8. 11:20 to go. That lid's going to come off the basket eventually as the Dogs will continue to work at it. Infali Dante, the 6'11 senior for the Ducks, comes back into the contest. Demery, long feed into Blue. He drives down the lane, and he gets the runner, and a foul is called as well on the Ducks. A 3-point play for Blue Kane.
That was a beautiful move by Blue, and then he just laid it up. Just a nice little soft touch, got it to roll, and then drew the foul.
15 foul.
First points in the career of Blue Kane as a Bulldog from IMG Academy in Knoxville, Tennessee. He had 12 points in the exhibition game last week against Eastern Kentucky, and he misses the foul shot. This is unusual. Blue's a good free throw shooter, as is Jabreed. He missed 2 out of his first 3 to start. And the Dogs have 3 misses at the line already. It's 21-10. Ducks by 11. They have the basketball. They work on the right side of the floor from our vantage point. Dogs in a man-to-man defense. Oquendo works against Blue. Spin to the left. Wow. Down the lane. Right-handed scoop shot good. That was a nice move. We've seen a few of those before.
Yes, we have.
Cario with a spin move and a lay-in. He's got 4. Demery misses it. Forces it up from the free throw line with one hand. It rolls over the iron. No good. Rebound down to the Ducks. Open. Oh, my goodness. He's wide open in the corner. Ooh, air ball. Not a good shot by Jadrian Tracy.
And foul on Oregon.
He missed the basket by a good 10 to 12 inches on the right side. Dogs are going to have the basketball. Oquendo picked up the foul on the missed shot. He's already got 2. Demery will walk it up the floor for the Dogs right over the big logo, Hall of Fame logo in the middle of the floor here at T-Mobile Arena. Chest pass to the left side of the floor to Abdur Rahim is tipped out by the Ducks into the courtside seats. Dogs will maintain possession. 21 on the shot clock with 10:23 to go here in the opening half. Jabri to Demery near half court. He'll slow walk it across. He'll be picked up there defensively by Brennan Rigsby for Oregon, the 6'3 guard. Dogs working it around. Out deep is Thomason. Man-on-man defense there. Now he's double-teamed at the elbow. He'll kick it to Blue Kane for a 3. Missed it off the heel of the rim. Missed it deep on that 3-point shot. Rebound to Oregon. 23-10. Ducks lead by 13. Largest lead of the game. Ball almost stolen by the Dogs. We knocked it away, but Infali got it back in front of Chiwa and then laid it up and in. Infali with 6. Lead grows to 15 points. Dogs miss another drive to the basket by Thomason. Rebound. We go to the floor. Chiwa.
That'll be Oregon's ball.
Evans with a tie-up on the floor. Chiwa laying on top of the Oregon freshman. And Chuck Jones, one of the officials that called for a tie-up and a jump ball. So as Chuck pointed out, Oregon has the possession arrow. A 15-point lead. The points tough to come by here in this first half for the Dogs. It was 11-8 as the Dogs fell behind 11-1 to start. We got to within 3. But Oregon's on a 14-2 run.
Well, listen, points will be hard to come by when you're 3 for 16 from the floor.
You would be correct, sir. Here's Rigsby swinging the ball about on the left wing with Thomason guarding to the elbow. Short lob pass. He'll post up and shoot the jump shot. He hit the underside of the net on the jumper. That was Jermaine Kusnard. Dogs rebounded the ball and got fouled by Oregon. So the Dogs are going to come down and get free throws now, as that is the 7th team foul on the Ducks. So the Dogs shooting a 1-and-1 here with Jabri Abdur-Rahim. Foul committed by Kwame Evans for Oregon. Free throw good by Jabri. That's his 5th foul shot of the afternoon. He missed 2 on his first attempt there. Yet to make a field goal. Well, we've only got 3 of those in the entire game. That second foul shot rattles out. We're missing some foul shots and missing a lot of field goals. And the season opener, 25-11 is the score now.
I begin to wonder, is this basket the same diameter as the other one?
We'll find out in the second half.
I guess we will.
25-11 Ducks. They've got the ball. Dante with a baseline jumper right tries to shoot it over Chiwa. That's off the rim and a foul on the Ducks again as Georgia rebounds. 8th team foul on Oregon. That might play into our favor if we can start knocking down some foul shots. Georgia at the line just 5 of 9 and just 3 of 16 from the field in the first half. This will be Justin Hill stepping to the line, the 6-foot senior. Transferred a couple of seasons ago from Longwood University. Last year averaged 8.5 points for the Dogs. Misses the foul shot. Shot 79% last season. We're missing free throws, which is...
Got a foul on Georgia, too.
Can be concerning there. Dogs commit the foul. Chiwa called for his second personal. And before Oregon inbounds, let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification on the Bulldog Sports Network. Ducks by 14 with the ball. Jumper at the foul line by Bartholomew is no good. Off the rim. Rebound in the corner to the Dogs. Georgia wants to run a little bit here. Thomason to Hill. He'll shoot the 3. Too deep. No good. Can't get the rebound either. The 6'11 Dante pulls it down for the Ducks. Oregon works it the other way from right to left. Along the baseline. Pump fake underneath. No shot there. Kick it out on the wing. Back to Zarzuela in the corner. The 4-time transfer, cross-court pass to Kwame Evans. His 3 rips the net good. The lead up to 17 now here in the first half. It's 28-11. Dogs finally hit their first 3. Noah Thomason all alone in the slot on the left side. That's our first Scana Energy 3-point basket of the season. It's 28-14. Ball gets away in the corner down on the left baseline. And that'll get us into a timeout with 7:59 to go in half number 1. Our score.
I think, and what I have seen, that they're capable of playing.
Dante for Oregon already with 8 rebounds to go with his 6 points here in the first half. Georgia's leading rebounder is Russell Chiwa. He's got 5 and 4 points. And the Dogs inbound against Oregon pressure. Get it into the front court with Justin Hill. Right corner goes to Abdur-Rahim. He'll dribble it to his left, up the wing. Now change course back towards the baseline. M.A. Moncrief in the game for the first time. Moncrief, the Oklahoma State transfer, with a spin move. He was one to get it to the basket. Evans reached across his body and stripped it out right when he was getting ready to spin and jump. And it'll be the Dogs' ball right around the basket. Only 4 seconds on the shot clock for the Dogs, however. And Justin Hill will inbound. Throws it in quickly. Abdur-Rahim for 3.
There you go.
Good.
That was a well-designed play. The screen set for Jabri. He came right around it in the corner. They hit him with the ball, and then he buried it, thankfully.
That's our second Scana Energy 3 of the half, and the Dogs With their 17th points of the game, it's 28-17. Ducks by 11. 7:15 to go first half. Oregon basketball. Zarzuela all alone, top of the key three, back of the rim. Comes down, bounces on the rim, tapped up by Oregon as Diawara, another big guy, 6'10 and 250, knocked it up off the backboard. Dogs rebound his miss, take it into the front court. Melendez in deep. His shot rejected from the left side of the iron. Oregon swatted it out of bounds, and the Dogs will reset, inbound the basketball on the left baseline. 6:59 to go first half. 28-17 Oregon. Hill feeds it into the far corner. It goes outside the three to Jabri Abdur-Rahim. Pass across the lane to M.A. Moncrief. He bobbled the ball, tried to set his body and set his feet, lost it out of bounds right on the baseline.
He was wide open. I mean, if he could have grasped the basketball, all he had to do was jump up and lay it in.
7th turnover of the half by the Bulldogs. Georgia trails by 11. Oregon ball. Dribble and a drive by one of the guards. Barthélemy is fouled as he goes down the right edge of the lane to the basket. No correction, no foul call, just an out-of-bounds play. Oregon keeps possession, 15 on the shot clock. Again, we're high up on the mezzanine level and not necessarily the best vantage point. Rigsby going to dribble it from the right side into the paint area and pull up jumper from 10. Banks it home for his second field goal of the game. Dogs try to answer with a Melendez three quickly, and he airballs one from the left slot about 22 feet away. And the ball bounces out of bounds. It'll be Ducks ball.
This is one of the bigger surprises. We saw this young man Monday night a week ago against Eastern Kentucky, scored 21 points, and he was great doing it. And he's yet to dent the scoreboard.
21 and 9 rebounds. Oregon misses a pull-up jumper. Open was Barthélemy. He clanked it off the iron. Dogs have possession. We're down 13 here in the first half. Try to close the gap a little bit before halftime. There's Melendez with a nice spin move. An underhand layup attempt, rolls over the iron, no good. Rebound to the Ducks. Rigsby gets by the defense. Windmill lay-in from the right side is good. Rigsby, the JUCO transfer with his third basket of the game.
There you go. Melendez with a great drive there, Scott.
It sounded like a dunk.
No, he laid it off the glass, but he drew the foul.
I was looking down at my score sheet. Next thing I know, Melendez is going to the line. 32-19. Oregon with a lead and a free throw coming for R.J. Melendez, who gets his first points of the contest. Melendez, right-handed shooter. Free throw is good. Transfer from Illinois. Last year with the Illini, averaged 6 points, 3.5 boards a game, and shot 83% from the line.
Now
and
Mike
free
White
throw makes it a 12-point game.
Mike White going with two true freshmen in the backcourt for Georgia, and Blue Kane and Silas Demery.
Demery guards the ball, and the ball handler, Jesse Zarzuela, covers him up between the circles. Oregon with the ball. They've got Biddle back in the game. He's matched up with Abdur-Rahim, the big guy bumping Jabri. Lost the handle on the ball, picked it up, jump hook from the right block. No good, too much defense by the Dogs. Georgia gets the rebound on the miss. Blue Kane on the right end of the floor. Hammers home a three. Another Scana Energy three for the Dogs. Their third of the game. The first for Blue Kane. And a timeout, Oregon. Dogs getting it back into single figures as far as the deficit is concerned.
We were down 17.
By the Dogs. It's 32-23 now.
We were down 17. We got it back to 9.
Good surge by Georgia. 30-second timeout for Dana.
Nike out of the trunk of his car.
He found it in the trunk of his car? That's a heck of a place to find something like that.
Well, yeah, and it's worked out well for him. He kept that car.
I don't blame him. Less than 5 minutes to go first half. Oregon's lead has been cut to 9.
Yeah, that's traveling.
Offensive foul, they say, on the Ducks.
We'll take that too.
Yes, we will. That's on Biddle, who set an illegal screen. That's his second and the 10th team foul. but offensive controlled there, so no free throws on that. In that instance for Georgia, they'll shoot 2 the rest of the way as they're in the double bonus now. Here's Demery on the drive. Slams on the brakes, pivots, Blue Cane, straight open 3. Oh, missed a wide open jumper. A little too deep off the heel of the rim again. And big in folly. Dante rebounds for the Ducks. Evans open on the block, pushes it up with the right hand. It rolls over the rim. Rebound to the Dogs. Georgia wants to run. Jabri, right corner 3. Good! Abdur-Rahim with his second. Here come the Dogs, 32-26. We haven't been this close since the early couple of minutes of the game. 2-possession game now. The Dogs were down as much as 17. You can hear them barking down on the court side. Almost a turnover. Now it is a turnover. Blue Cane picks it up. Dogs 2-on-2. Kane with a Euro step and a drive down the lane and a layup with the right hand. Good. Kane's got 7 off the bench. It's 32-28.
Now, who are these guys?
I don't know, but I like it. 3:46 to go first half.
What a difference.
Ducks with the basketball. Dogs with a surge here late in the half. Zarzuela nowhere to go. Goes to Rigsby. They play catch out at the head of the key. Send it down to the big guy, Dante, on the block, and there's a holding foul being called on Georgia. Frank Anselm, eBay, had checked into the game. He was guarding the big guy and got called for a hold. Points. He's the only Georgia player double figures. Blue Cane off the bench with 7 for the freshman. And at the line right now for Oregon is N'Faly Dante, the 6'11 center. First team all Pac-12 performer. Missed the free throw. Anselm eBay almost got the rebound. It bounced out of his hands right to Abdur-Rahim for the Dogs. Demery's got it now. And a dribble and a drive. His shot is blocked near the basket by Dante and taken away by Oregon. The Dogs had another fast break opportunity there, but couldn't cash in. Ducks with the ball and a 4-point lead. Check a whistle on the baseline from Joe Lindsay. And that's going to be a foul on Blue Cane, he says. No, that's Tony Padilla making that call. Again, we're up on the mezzanine level, so my eyesight's not what it used to be. I should have brought
you're wearing glasses?
Football binoculars, just readers. I don't have the long-range things on my face today. So Kane with the foul. That's our 8th, his first. And again, a 1-and-1. Missed on the front end by Kwame Evans, the freshman.
Our freshman, Silas Demery, did a great job cutting the free throw line.
Dogs got the rebound. Come up the floor. Jabri misses a 3. Anselm eBay rebounds. We miss another long jumper off the rim, and the rebound this time goes to the Ducks. 4 of 13 on our 3-point attempts. We're now 9 of 31, just 29% in the half of the field. Ouch. But it's a 4-point game. Ducks with the ball, leading by 4. Dante in traffic near the basket, tries to jump and lean, and he got fouled. And the foul on Frank, Big Frank, who added eBay to his name this year. Frank Anselm eBay. Transfer from Syracuse, 6'10", 215. Played some high school ball in the Atlanta area, also in Gwinnett County. Ended up at Syracuse, transferred back to his home state, adopted home state, if you will, as Dante rolls in the foul shot. He's got 7 points for the Ducks. 7 points to go with 10 rebounds already. Last year, his numbers were 13.5 points a game, 8 rebounds a game. Led the team in points, rebounds, field goal percentage, second in blocks. That's why it was all Pac-12. He hits a pair here. And the lead is 6 for the Ducks. 34-28. Dogs ball. Beat a little backcourt pressure into the front court with Abdur-Rahim. He's bumped on the block on the drive. Evans, the freshman, body checked him. And that's going to be an automatic 2. It's double bonus for Jabri Abdur-Rahim. And the foul on Evans is the freshman's 3rd of the half. So Jabri, our leading scorer right now with 11 points, 2 for 5 from the field. He's hit a couple of threes today, 5 of 8 at the free throw line. Back there where he has been a lot here in the first half. That one rattles, rolls out, and then rolls back in.
I thought that was coming out.
It looked like it from up here, but gravity helped him out there as it hung over the rim long enough to fall through the net. Foul shot number 2 is good. That one nice and clean. Strips the net. He hits a pair. It's a 4-point game again, 34-30. Ducks lead. Georgia has not had a lead in this game. Oregon opened up 11-1 to start the contest, led by as much as 17. And the Dogs went on an 11-0 run here late in the half to make it a 2-possession game. Ducks with the ball. Barthélemy, top of the key. Overhead pass to the wing. Zarzuela. He'll send it into the post to Big Dante, and it's deflected out of bounds there.
Yeah, Frank Anselm anticipated that pass beautifully, tipped it out of bounds.
Oregon will maintain the possession. Dogs get a deflection. 2:19 to go first half. 17 on the shot clock for the Ducks. They go into Dante. He works against Anselm Ibe. Can't get the shot he wants. Throws a one-handed cross-court pass into the corner. And a pull-up jumper by Barthélemy, the senior guard, is no good off the rim. Rebound to the Dogs. 2 minutes to go in the half. Thomason's got the dribble for Georgia. Step back long 2 off the iron. No good. Rebound Dante. He even mistimed it, but he still got the rebound. Oregon pushes it up the floor in a hurry. Zarzuela works against Justin Hill on the left side of the floor in front of our bench. Baseline feed to Dante. Tried to jump hook it in right at the left side of the rim. He did miss it. Point blank range, and the Dogs have the basketball. Hill works the dribble right side. Step back. Sends the pass to Abdul Rahim. He's going to drive in from the wing. Throw it up high. Off the glass. Kind of an out-of-control shot by Jabari that time. May have been altered by Dante. He ended up getting the rebound as well. 34-30 Ducks. They've got the ball inside the foul line. Another pull-up jumper missed by Barthélemy. And the follow, Big Dante, and the rebound putback is good. And he's got a double-double in the first half. 10 and 13 for the big man for Oregon. We are having all kinds of problems with him. The Dogs go inside to Melendez, and a foul on the Ducks will send R.J. Melendez to the free throw line now. Stops the clock with 62 seconds to go in the half. And Melendez, who had 21 in the exhibition last Monday, just 1 for 5 here in the first half with 3 points. He's 1 for 1 from the free throw line. And now he's 1 for 2. He short arms that one, hits off the front of the rim, no good. 36-30, Ducks lead by 6. It was much worse than that earlier in the half. A 17-point Oregon lead going way back. But now with 62 seconds to go, the Dogs have certainly made it manageable, but Melendez misses both foul shots. The Illinois transfer comes up empty. At the bonus line, Moncrief comes back into the game for Georgia. And Anselm Ibe to the bench for the Dogs. Minute to go, first half, here in the Naismith Hall of Fame Series in Las Vegas. There's another women's game and a men's game later tonight after this one. Ducks with the ball. As Tracy's going to put it on the floor, try to drive against Abdul Rahim. Lost it off his body on the right baseline. He turns it over.
Well, he stepped on a wet spot there on the floor. They're going to have to. Well, he slipped.
Well, they don't mop it up.
No, they don't.
They leave it down there.
He slipped.
40 seconds to go. Dogs have the possession. Abdul Rahim works above the three-point line. Hands off to Melendez on the left wing. He's above the arc. Tried to one-hand the pass, lost it, and it's intercepted by Oregon, and a reach-across makeup foul, or not a makeup foul, but a reach-across frustration foul by Melendez. Having a tough time here in the first half. RJ with his first foul, and that's the 10th, so that's double bonus for Oregon here. And the shooter will be Brennan Rigsby, who was a 78% free throw shooter last season. A former JUCO transfer from Northwest Florida State. Free throw good. Rigsby's had a nice half off the bench for Dana Altman's team. 7 points already for him. And he's hit all of his shots from the floor. He's 3 for 3. In fact, he hasn't missed a shot as he makes the free throw, his first of the afternoon. 37-30, and his second final free throws in the air, and good. Ducks increase it to an 8-point lead with 29.4 to go. Dogs can hold for the last shot if it works out that way. Shot clock is off, 29.4 to go. Full court pressure by Oregon. Jabri runs the floor, looking, and just does get the timeout before the 5-second call. He was moving along the baseline, looking to inbound it. Oregon wouldn't let him throw the ball in, so we wisely used the timeout before the 5-second call and the turnover.
Struggling here in the first half. And the true freshman guard, Silas Demery, he's struggling too. And, you know, they're going to have to settle down and pick it up here the second half, no doubt about it.
Abdul Rahim inbounds to Noah Thomason. He's double-teamed in the backcourt. He moves to his left and sits across the half-court line. And they set the offense with 20 seconds to go. They can hold for the final shot of the half, down 8. Here's we approach intermission. Thomason dribbles on the logo, being pestered by Zarzuela. They screen, they switch defense, they trap him on the sideline, and what's the call? They called for a carry right on the sideline. Noah Thomason turns it over right at the hash mark. He almost took the official with him. Chuck Jones says he carried the basketball as he was doubled, trying to get by that double team, and he carried the basketball. So the Ducks will have it back with 4.5 seconds left, 4.6 to be precise. Jadrian Tracy will feed it in to Barthélemy. He'll sprint into the front court, get by Hill, running. Layup is good. He banks it home right at the horn.
Well, nobody to blame but us for that. We just let him go right to the basket. He went high off the glass with it, beat the buzzer. But first off, to stop one of their big men here is really hurting us. But the other thing, listen, we got to do a better job on the boards. We're getting shellacked on the glass, and particularly offensive rebounds, where they're leading us almost 2-1, 11-6 in offensive rebounds. Those are second chances. And when they're already shooting a higher percentage and you're giving them second chances, that math just doesn't work.
Dogs get the ball to start the second half. We'll work on the left end of the floor from our vantage point. Here's Noah Thomason, the left-hander, dribbles through defensive traffic, knocks down about a 12-footer right in front of the bucket, and got fouled on the play as well. So a good start for Georgia. 3-point opportunity right out of the locker room. Thomason had 3 points in the first half. He was 1 for 5 from the field, so that's his second make today. And the foul shot is good.
Well, that's a great start.
It is. And it's 40-33. Dogs trail by 7. Oregon's first touch of the second half. Dante, the big man, straddles the top of the key. And we've got a holding foul down underneath the basket on Jabri Abdur-Rahim. That's his first, or is that his second today? That's his second. First of the half. And Oregon will throw it in along the right baseline in front court. He feed it into big 7-foot Biddle. Goes across the elbow to Dante, down on the block. The lay-in is no good. Biddle with the tap and the reach, and it won't go. Dogs take the ball away with Demery. Running right to left into the front court. Demery over to Thomason. Uses a screen. Drive down right of the lane. Feeds it in the paint. Sweeping jump hook. Won't go by Chiwa, but there's Melendez to clean it up. Banks home the miss.
And that was beautiful timing by Melendez. I mean, he timed that beautifully, coming across the paint and taking the miss off the glass.
Dogs with the first 5 of the second half to make it 40-35, and another foul on Georgia. Yep, that's 3 now. 2 quick ones on Jabri here in the second half. Joe Lindsay with that call.
Yeah, he was pleading his case with Joe Lindsay, but Joe was pounding the gavel saying next.
And Jabri checks out of the game, and Jalen Deloach comes back in, a 6'9" transfer from VCU. Kusnard along the baseline. Oh, he faked the pass to the interior and then just kept it and laid it up as he was running parallel with a baseline underneath. Nice play by Kusnard. He's got 6. It's 42-35 Ducks. Dogs ball. Demery, right wing, above the arc. Goes to Thomason straight on. Left-hander puts it on the floor, dribbles it in, then out to Melendez. 9 on the clock. He backs up almost a half court. RJ wants a screen from Chiwa. Defense doubles him for the moment. RJ drives, gets the bounce off the rim. It rolls in for him. A little fall-away one-hander. Melendez now with a quick 7. 42-37 our score. Ducks ball inside. They turn it over. Dante tried to pass it to a teammate. He threw it off the foot of one of our players, and the Dogs are off and rolling after Demery picked up the rolling loose ball. And Georgia went off on a fast break. They get a foul on the other end against the Ducks, a push on Oregon.
Got a chance here, Scott, to get it to within 3. That's a big hole we've climbed out of from 17.
You're not kidding. Big Dante with his first foul of the game, and Georgia at the free throw line. And we can't sink the free throw with Deloach.
Just really struggled there all day. 56% from the line.
Yeah, we're just 9 of 17. Right-handed shooter. Deloach hits the second. That's his first point of the game. 42-38, 4-point game. A lot of time remaining, 18 minutes and change. Ducks with the ball. Kusnard in the corner. Go to Dante on the block. He works against Chiwa, trying to hold his ground. Little fadeaway one-hander won't go, but the other 7-footer comes along and taps in the miss. Biddle. It's tough to handle. You got 2 of those guys.
Yeah, well, that was a concern that Coach White had coming into this one.
Dogs on the offensive end, a holding foul on the Ducks. That was on Zarzuela. This is his 5th school. He's transferred every year, as we said earlier. He went from junior college to another junior college to Coppin State to Central Michigan to Oregon.
Yeah.
The age of the transfer portal.
Country, huh?
Yeah, that's right. 44-38. Ducks lead. Melendez jumper off the front edge of the rim. Missed the three-pointer. The rebound goes to Oregon. Here they come left to right. And as Barthélemy tried to go by Thomason, the Dogs guard reaches in and fouls him. That's number 2 on Thomason, the Niagara transfer. He's been in the portal a couple of times. Actually, this is his 4th school. Started at Houston Christian, went to junior college at Butler Community College, then spent most of his time in Niagara, now to Georgia. Ducks by 6, trying to add to it. 3-point shot, good. Keyshawn Barthélemy, who got his first basket of the game on the last shot of the first half. He was 0 for 7 prior to a running layup to walk it off and go into the locker room. And there he hits his first 3 of the game, and the lead grows for the Ducks, 47-38. Demery with an elbow jumper, good from 15.
Get that young man's confidence going. That'd be nice.
His first points as a Georgia Bulldog, the freshman Silas Demery from Raleigh, North Carolina, had 12 in the exhibition last Monday against Eastern Kentucky. His first 2 come right there. Jump hook, Oregon. Biddle misses right in front of the basket. Rebound rolls down to Chiwa for the Dogs. We're down 7. We've had 1 lead today. That was at 1-0. Down by as much as 17 in the first half. It was a 10-point deficit at intermission. It's 7 right now. About 3.5 minutes into the second half. Deloach spins, dribbles. Fadeaway jumper won't go. Off the front of the rim. Biddle the rebound for the Ducks. Here come the guys in white from left to right. Long pass into the corner to Rigsby. He's going to try to hoist a 3, and Melendez blocks it out of bounds in that far corner. Good hustle by R.J. Melendez.
Yeah, fan in the stands gets a souvenir. He knocked that one about 6 rows up.
The Illinois transfer with his first block of the game, and Frank Anselamibe comes back in, as does Jabri Abdur-Rahim, and Deloach and Chiwa go to the bench with 16:12 on the clock. A timeout is on the way at the 16-minute mark, or just under that. Ducks with the basketball. Kwame Evans, one of their McDonald's All-American freshmen on the team, go to Rigsby. One-handed pass left side. Biddle's going to take a long 3. Rattles out, no good. Silas Demery the rebound. Up high with 2 hands for the Dogs. Runs and feeds to his right. Melendez stumbled a little bit. May have traveled, lost the ball as the Ducks block his shot and take it away. It never got to the rim.
Turnover.
Oregon with the basketball. Kusnard, the former Gamecock from South Carolina, will dribble with his left hand, drive against Anselamibe. Hoist it up. It rattles home. Good for him. He's got 8, and the lead back up to 9. Well, we fight to get it to 2 possessions, and then Oregon just stretches it right back out. It's a 9-point Duck lead right now. Thomason in trouble in the paint. Spinning bounce pass down to Ansel Amibe on the right baseline is out of his reach and bounces out of bounds. The Dogs turn it over again. Started good, got sloppy there at the end. 15-20 to go. Yeah.
Which is more like it. But 53 shot, I mean, you know, when they're getting that many shots and they're shooting a better percentage than you are, and again, that comes back to what you're doing on defending the glass on their end.
And still out-rebounding us by a considerable margin, 40-27. They're plus 13 on the boards. They have a 9-point lead and the ball as Barthélemy brings it across the timeline for Oregon.
And by the way, that's 15-7 advantage on the offensive glass.
Kusnard with a nice lob pass to the 7-footer Biddle underneath. He put it in the air so we couldn't defend it. The 7-footer goes up and gets it and then goes up and puts it in the basket softly. Lay-in for Biddle. He's in double figures with 11. Georgia for 3 for our number 11, Justin Hill. He misses from the left corner right in front of our bench. Rebound to Oregon again. They lead by 11. Kusnard with a ball with a screen, throws it inside. Kwame Evans, turnover. Dogs with Demery with a steal. Silas through the double team.
Whoa!
And scoops it up and in from the right side. Wow! He's got 4 points now, all here in the second half, and it's 51-42 Oregon. 14-20, now less than that remaining here in Las Vegas. And the season opener, Dogs with the home opener coming up Friday night at Stegman Coliseum in Athens against Wake Forest, another quality opponent. Straight on 3, we fouled him. Oh, my goodness. Keyshawn Barthélemy kind of drew that foul into Jalen Deloach, who made the contact and committed the foul on the 3, so that's free throws, 3 of them for the senior guard from Canada for Oregon.
Those are one of those things you just, you know, as a coach, drives you crazy.
Barthélemy was 83%. That drives you crazy, too. That's not the guy you want to foul.
Yeah, not the guy.
Although our 80%er missed some early, so maybe theirs will. Right-handed shooter. He does not miss on the first one. Barthélemy, who was cold in the first half, made that last shot of the first half going into the locker room. A running layup with time expiring. Now he's starting to heat up a little bit here in the ball game. He's got 7 points. Dogs substitute. Deloach leaves. Demery leaves. R.J. Melendez, Russell Chiwa in the ball game. We're without R.J. Sunahara today. He was injured in the exhibition last week. Injured his left knee, and he's not playing today. Second free throw, or all 3 free throws are good by Barthélemy for Oregon. And they increase the lead to a dozen. 54-42. Full court pressure in the back. Dogs beat it. Hill's lob pass into Chiwa is intercepted by Oregon. Dogs turn it over. Biddle on the other end for 3. Rolls it flat over the rim. Rebound to Kane for the Dogs. Blue through the logo into the front court. Feeds Melendez. He drives, misses the banker. Blocking foul called on the Ducks underneath.
We'll take that.
That's on Nate Biddle, the 7-footer, and that's his 3rd. And that'll put Melendez at the line for a couple of shots here with the clock stopped, 13:43 and a 12-point deficit. Biddle's going to come back to the Oregon bench and check out of the ball game, but you swap him out for the all-conference first-teamer in Folly Dante. So he comes in as Melendez hits the foul shot. Ducks look to be a pretty loaded team, at least here in game 1, if you can tell such a thing in the opener. Second free throw is good by RJ. Melendez hits a pair. He's got 9. Only one player in double figures for the Dogs today. That's Abdul Rahim with 13. Melendez the next closest. And Oregon turns it over in their backcourt after they inbound, and we double-team trapped Brennan Rigsby right in front of our bench. They turned it over. Break for the Dogs.
Good defense. Blue Kane, the freshman, got his hand in there and tapped it off their knee.
54-44, 10-point Oregon lead. They've led for about 98% of the game. And the Dogs with a chance to get it back to single digits here. Abdur Rahim inside, draws contact from the freshman Evans. A foul on Oregon again. Going to put Jabri at the free throw line. They called that on Bartholomew. I thought it was on the freshman Evans. 10 was right there on him. But they called it on the other guy. It's still going to be free throws for Jabri. 2 shots right here for the Georgia senior. And Jabri knocks it down. His first point of the half. He's got 14 in the game to lead the Dogs. Jabri, a long time ago it seems like now. He transferred from Virginia.
We got it back into single digits here.
Abdur Rahim hits them both. Yeah, it's 54-46. 8-point lead. Oregon's picked up the ball in the backcourt. Zarzuela tries to split a double-team trap. He steps through, and the Dogs are going to be called for a foul on the play. That's on R.J. Melendez, his second.
Dogs offering some full-court pressure.
It's been effective so far, and they've shown it again. Kusnard trapped in the corner. Overhead pass to Zarzuela, up ahead to Rigsby, and he goes in for the dunk. Chiwa, for some reason, just got out of the way. He offered a hand swipe at the ball, but Rigsby goes up for a two-handed slam. 56-46. The Oregon bench liked that a lot. Blue Cane for 3. No good off the back portion of the rim. He's missed deep all afternoon when he has missed. He gets a steal right here from the big guy underneath. Dante took it away underneath the basket. Dogs with the ball. We move from right to left. Hill to Blue Cane. Has it poked away. 360s back to get the loose ball. To Hill. To Melendez in the corner. Back up the wing. Time on the clock. 15 to go. Hill awkwardly through the paint. Bumped out of the way. Chiwa picked up the loose ball on the missed shot. His putback won't go. The Ducks get the rebound. Oregon quickly. Blocking foul on the other end now on the drive by Evans. Blue Cane's going to be called for the foul. They wave off the shot attempt. That's going to be foul number 2 on Blue Cane as we pause for station identification. Bulldog Sports Network. Oregon to inbound the ball. Substitutions being made. Cario, the former Bulldog, Cario Quindo, back on the floor for the Ducks. And Zarzuela will inbound with Deloach to guard the inbounds play right under the basket. Lobs it in at the last second to Evans, the 6'9 freshman. Ducks with a 10-point lead. They drop it off to Dante on the block. Tight ropes the baseline under the basket. Feeds Rigsby in the corner. That guy's been a killer today. He knocks down the 3. He's got 13 points. And the lead is 13 for Oregon, 59-46. Rigsby averaged 4 points for Oregon last season. He's got 13 today. Still short of his career high. Traveling the call on the Dogs. Blue Cane having trouble with the dribble down on the baseline. And the freshman turns it over. 12:08 remaining in the game.
You know, these kinds of mistakes, but, you know, when you couple that with the fact that you're not shooting well, you're certainly not rebounding at their level. And it's a perfect formula to the kind of score that we've gotten this one.
Rigsby logged it into Dante underneath. Caught it on the right side of the basket. Went down and back up with it for an easy lay-in for the big guy. 61-46. So we peck away, as we said. Georgia will chip away at that lead, and then Oregon just pushes it right back up. Deloach in trouble. He's picked up his dribble on the block. Dante guarding. Finds Thomason open straight away. Misses the straight on 3. More of a line drive than anything else. Hit the front of the rim. Rebound to the Ducks. Dogs not getting any offensive boards. And Zarzuela going to shred our defense with a drive down the lane and a layup. Good. And just like that, it's 63-46, and Mike White wants a break. He calls a timeout. Hall of Fame series in Las Vegas. Game 2 of 4 in this building today. 2 men's games, 2 women's games, and then there's, I think, more tomorrow. Here's Deloach going to send it in. No, that's correction. That's Dylan James, the freshman, inbounding the basketball to Silas Demery, another freshman. Little backcourt pressure, and the Dogs get it across with James, the 6'9 freshman from Winter Haven, Florida. Go inside to Demery, dumps it off left to Chiwa. He's being bumped from 3 sides by Oregon. Lost his footing and his balance a little bit. Stripped out of there by the Ducks underneath the basket.
That was a beautiful pass from Demery.
It was. And then, you know, you could probably argue that Chiwa got fouled down there. No one gets you closer to the game than SiriusXM SEC Radio. Tune in for news, talk, and analysis from off-season through regular season and into postseason. Your team is covered anywhere you go. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.us/SEC Radio 2023. 11 minutes to play. Dogs with the ball. Thomason on a drive. Sweeping left-handed layup.
Desiree,
trying to bank it in. It won't go.
LSU come in yet?
And
okay.
Ducks got the rebound and run the floor where it's, I think the Dogs got a hand on it. Knocked it out of bounds underneath the basket.
Blue Cane got his hand on it just before it went out of bounds.
63-46. Couisnard will feed it in, the South Carolina transfer, to Kwame Evans. 6'9", he's matched up with Demery at 6'5". Trying to bump and back his way down. Silas trying to hold his ground, but Chuck Jones says that's a foul on the freshman in black. That's on Demery.
You still hear me?
I don't know how you're supposed to defend against that when the guy's just bumping.
It's a little tough, yeah.
I mean, at what point does it become too much of an advantage for the offensive player?
Well, that's exactly right. You start to think, well, if you're going to let that go the whole game, let's just back the bus up and get on it.
That put the Ducks at the foul line where Evans missed his first free throw. Dogs rebound his miss. We're down 17 with the ball, 10:35 remaining here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Chiwa with the ball. 2 dribbles, picks it up against a triple team, tries to hook it up and in. He draws a lot of attention, and they foul him on the hand. And he'll go to the line. That's on Rigsby, number 3, on the junior college transfer from DeBeck, Colorado. He's had a good day off the bench for Oregon with 13 points. Chiwa at the line. Clock stopped, 10.5 minutes to go. Right-handed shooter, the transfer from South Florida, buries the foul shot. And Russell scores for the first time in the second half.
Not yet. Okay.
Chiwa now with 5 points to go with 8 rebounds. That's his first free throw make of the day. First trip to the line, as a matter of fact. Abdur Rahim back in for the Dogs. Noah Thomason out. And one more free throw for Chiwa. And the big right-hander leaves it short. Hits off the front of the rim. It's rebounded by the 7-footer Biddle for the Ducks. Couisnard has it on the logo. Overhead pass to the left wing. Whistle. And another foul on the Dogs is coming. They got the foul on the freshman, Dylan James. That's number 1 on him. Called for a hold. 8th team foul on the Dogs, so 1 and 1 coming for Nate Biddle. 220-pound, 7-foot center. Free throw good. 65% last year for the Ducks. And his first trip to the line today, and he's 1 for 1. Second free throw, too deep, hits the back of the rim. Blue Cane goes up for a one-handed rebound. Dogs ball, but we're down a bunch, 64-47. 17-point deficit. Abdur Rahim beyond the arc on the left side. Ducks defense is scrambling. We feed it to Blue. Fakes right, drives left, set shot, straightaway 3. Missed it, wide open look. He's missed all his threes today deep. And he missed that one deep as well. Oregon with a rebound, 9:50 to go. Here's a 3 by the Ducks. They don't miss. Cario Oquindo for 3. That's his first. He's got 7 against his former team. Now the Dogs, Demery driving inside under the basket. Tries to stop there, make a play, and he got fouled. Cario commits the foul. That's his 3rd. Oquindo's foul will put Demery at the line with 9:40 remaining on the clock. And a 20-point lead now for the Ducks, their largest of the game. We got it to 4 in the early minutes of this half. It was 42-38, but the Ducks are trying to run away and hide. Demery bricks the free throw, just died on the back of the rim. Dogs get the rebound. There's another foul in the play, and that's on Biddle, I believe, for Oregon. It is. That's going to be 4 on Biddle as he checks out of the game.
But it's nice to get the calls. It's better if we make the shots.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Dogs have not shot it well from anywhere on the floor today. Just 60% at the free throw line. We missed that one there by Dylan James. Georgia just 15 for 25, 15 for 26 now with that miss from the line and shooting just 31% in this half from the field and 28% for the game. Ducks miss a drive to the basket by Oquendo. He slides to the floor. Ducks get the rebound. They get to continue the possession, and a foul is called on the Dogs in the scramble for the loose ball. 9th team foul on Georgia. Here come more free throws for Oregon, and this will be Infale Dante. 6'11", 265 at the line. He's kind of quieted down here in the second half. He's only got 18 rebounds and 12 points. Misses the free throw, clanks it off the rim. Rebound Chiwa for Georgia. Demery has it. Open look, 3 right wing, too deep off the rim. Won't go. Rebound Oquendo for the Ducks. Out of old habits, I guess.
They die hard.
Dante, a sweeping pass across the paint into the left corner for a 3-point setup, but the Dogs foul first as Dante was delivering that pass. So it's a foul fest here in the last 2 minutes. 9:02 on the clock. And less than 3 hours until flight time. 67-47. Clock stopped. Dante back on the line for the Ducks. Free throw just lives on the back of the rim and then finally kicks off the front side of the rim and rolls away. I thought it was going to die on the rim and roll in for him, but it didn't. Infale Dante, 4 for 10 today from the field. That's not great numbers for a big guy. And just 4 for 7 from the free throw line, but he rarely leaves the floor. Those numbers look good. And he rebounds the fool out of the ball. He missed both of those foul shots, by the way. And Georgia rips down the rebound on the second miss. We're down 20 with 8:53 to go. 3-point shot.
There you go.
Yep, there's the first 3, the Scana Energy 3 by Justin Hill. Straightaway jumper, first points of the game for Justin.
He faked the drive. The defender backed up, so he just stepped back behind the line and buried that one.
It's 67-50. We need another 11-0 run to get back in this one here. Little one-handed jumper by Oquendo in deep. Missed it from the left edge of the lane, and the Dogs rebound his miss. Thomason tries a 3. Won't get in there. Fight for the rebound. Dante got there first. He's on his way to a 20-rebound afternoon. That's his 19th. 67-50. And by the way, that's a career high, the 19 rebounds. And now a long straightaway 2 by Kusnard. He was close to the 3-point line. Gets credit for 2. He's in double figures with 10. It's a 19-point lead. Georgia answers with another 3 from Justin Hill. His second straight Scana Energy 3-pointer. 69-53. Ducks by 16, 7:40 to go. Oregon dribbles with Kusnard way near the half-court line. Now he's going to drive, leans into his charge against Abdur Rahim, tries to deliver a pass into the right corner, and it may have been deflected out of bounds by the Dogs. I think it was. The Ducks will maintain possession after the timeout. Hickman Coliseum against Wake Forest, Friday night, 7 p.m.
You mentioned the tough Division I opponents we face here in the month of November. You know, we got Florida State in Tallahassee at the end of the year, at the end of the month too.
Yeah, there's a bunch of Power 5 teams dotting the non-conference schedule for Georgia. It's very challenging. Dogs inbound, beat pressured, feed Hill at the half court. Justin drives down to the basket and shot is deflected out of bounds. It'll be Dogs basketball.
Going to play Miami and that Baha Mar Classic in the Bahamas.
Yeah, with a chance to play either K-State or Providence in the second round of that. Kick out to Melendez after the inbound. Is that a 3 or a 2? That's a 3-pointer. R.J. Melendez. That's his first of the game, and that puts him in double figures with a dozen points. One-handed floater by Bartholomew. He got open but missed it, left it short. Dogs rebound. His miss off the front of the rim. Abdur Rahim has the ball. Dogs work it around the perimeter. Deloach is back in the game, the transfer from VCU for Georgia. Hill on the drive from the right side. They foul him on his way in. He made the basket at the end of the play, but the whistle came well before the shot. And it's going to put him on the line. Free throws coming for Justin Hill. Clock stopped with 6:58 to go. 69-56. Ducks by 13. And substitutions in an abundant fashion for Ducks coach Dana Altman. Oquendo and his freshman Evans check out of the game. Justin all the while bent over at the waist, holding onto the bottom of his shorts and waiting for the basketball to shoot foul shots. Now they give him the ball and he buries the free throw. Hill with 6 points, now 7 with that make, all here in the second half. A couple of threes and a free throw. He'll try to finish it off with a second make at the line, and he cannot do it. He misses it off the left side. Rebound Ducks, 69-57, 12-point Oregon lead. Oregon basketball, Cousinard gives it to Rigsby. They work it around the perimeter. Zarzuela now going to drive on the block, fake the shot, kick it back out to the big guy, Dante. To Cousinard, deep into the shot clock. Missed the three-pointer with 7 seconds to go. Long rebound being battered around near half court. Finally, as it bounced off bodies and hands, Zarzuela collected it for Oregon. No, no one could get to it. Finally, Oregon did, and they got a new shot clock to work with, but it's down to 9. Big guy Dante way out front. Deloach swipes at the ball. Melendez swipes at the ball. He forced him into a long two.
Oh, no.
And they foul him.
No. Please tell me you weren't doing that.
Man, got a piece of the hand on the shot.
And they're going to take a look at it to see if it was a 2 or a 3. But he's going to the line to shoot either 2 or 3 free throws.
And look at the shot clock, Chuck, when that whistle blew.
Yeah, 1 second. That's you got to be aware. You know, you got to know what the time situation is. You got to know where you are on the court. But these are things you want to know anytime you're playing this game, whether it's on the offensive end or the defensive end.
Well, they called the 4th foul on Jalen Deloach of Georgia, and that puts N'Faly Dante at the line. And he's a little too hard, forceful on that free throw. The first one that rolls off the backboard and the back of the rim, no good. I think he's missed all of his foul shots here in the second half. Just 4 for 9 from the stripe today. And he misses that one as well. Dips off the left side. Abdur Rahim rebounds for Georgia. 69-57. Deep three. Jabri, no. Just hits the front of the rim. Nicks down to Melendez. Off his body. Couldn't get his hands on it. RJ fell down on the floor underneath the basket and rolled out of bounds. That was a deep three by Jabri. Certainly in his range, but he probably could have gotten a little bit closer to the three-point line. He was about 4 feet beyond it. Leaves a dozen, less than 6 minutes to play. Rigsby with the ball for the Ducks. Fakes the three on the right wing. Now they'll work a little bit of clock. Zarzuela has it. Tries to work against Melendez. Lost the ball. RJ forcing the turnover. Rolls through his legs, and Thomason picks up the rolling ball for the Dogs. Georgia in front court. Thomason mishandles the dribble, and he turns it over. Taken away by Cousinard for Oregon, the South Carolina transfer.
When they've given us gifts, we haven't been able to take advantage.
Well, we give it right back. Try to go into Dante. I think Chiwa got a piece of that shot attempt. It's going to be the Dogs' ball, however. 5:22 to play, 69-57. Melendez lets it roll to Demery just beyond the foul line in backcourt. Now he picks it up. And the freshman Demery with a left-hand dribble into the front side. Lobs it ahead to Chiwa. Top of the key, the big guy fakes left, drives right, and the scoop shot won't go. Rolled off the backboard in the front of the rim. That was a nice move to get to the basket.
It really was.
And get by Dante, Chuck,
yeah, but you got to finish. You got to finish. You get there, you make that kind of a good move, and you get there, you got to finish that.
Zarzuela called for traveling through the lane, juggled the ball. May have been knocked out of his hands. I don't know if we got a piece of it. The officials say it was a travel. It's going to be a turnover for the Ducks. And Georgia basketball with 4:54 to go. 69-57 is still our score. 12-point lead for Oregon. First meeting of these two teams since 1975. And they met in a tournament situation that year in Indiana. Demery to the rack. Rejected by Dante. 6'11" center for Oregon, but that's a foul on the big man. It's only 2 on him. And free throws coming for the Dogs. Double-double for both teams here the rest of the way. That's the 10th team foul on the Ducks here in this half. Georgia's already committed 11. So both teams will shoot a pair the rest of the stretch, and that's 4:45 to go. Demery at the line. Free throw with the right hand, good, all net for the freshman from Raleigh, North Carolina. He's got 5 points in his Bulldog debut.
His dad was a terrific football player at Virginia State and played in the Arena League for a while.
Most of these guys have good athletic genes, don't they?
They definitely do.
Demery misses the second foul shot, and the rebounding machine, Dante, gets his 20. That may have been his 21st. It was. Yeah, that's a career high, by the way. Oregon ball. Rigsby drives to the elbow. Overhead lob over to Kusnard on the right side of the floor. Blue Cane defends him. Now feed it back to Biddle. Oh, and Jabri reached across the 7-footer's body and fouled him. Trying to reach across in front of his chest and tip that ball away out of the right hand. But the ball was too far out of his reach, and Jabri knew better. But he commits the foul, stops the clock. That's his 4th, by the way. And Abdul Rahim's our leading scorer today, the senior from South Orange, New Jersey, with 15 points. And the free throw by Big Biddle is good, and it's 70-58 Ducks. Oregon hasn't necessarily shot their foul shots very well today. They're 55%, just 11 of 20. Actually, their percentage is worse than ours. There's another miss, and then we fight ourselves for the rebound and tip it out of bounds.
Wow.
Chiwa and Blue Cane both went for the rebound, and neither could get it.
That's kind of how it's been for
the
us.
The Ducks had already dropped back to play defense. There was no white jersey anywhere in the vicinity, and we just gave them the ball. Chiwa's going to check out of the game, and Anselm Ebe will be back in for Georgia. So the Ducks get a freebie right there, and Chuck Jones going to call a foul on Anselm Ebe. Just checked into the game, and Chuck Jones said he grabbed his shirt. 4th foul on Big Frank. 4:23 with the clock stopped. Free throws coming for Kusnard. And he's too deep on his first attempt. That's a miss.
Their ills continue at the line. That's the only saving grace here for us.
Kusnard in his 2nd year at Oregon. Hits the back end, made 1 out of 2. He's got 11 points. His first 2 free throw attempts of the game. Justin Hill on the dribble in front court for the Dogs. It's 71-58, 13-point Oregon lead. And he just created all by himself. He spun away from the basket and then 360'd right back to the rack and laid it up high off the backboard. 71-60, 11-point lead for Oregon. Ducks ball. Dogs trying to play some defense here with less than 4 minutes to play. Rigsby guarded by Kane out on the perimeter. Now Dante has it. Foul line extended right. Hands off to Rigsby. Back to Dante. Get out of the way. 2-handed dunk coming down. He almost brought the rim with him. 73-60. I hope he's the best big guy we'll see all season.
He may be. I mean,
he's very good.
He's certainly got the credentials for it.
Dogs turn it over. Ball got loose from Blue Cane, rolled right through his legs. And Oregon will come down to the other end and hit a 3 with Rigsby, and Georgia will call a time. Second 3 of the half for Brennan Rigsby. 6'3" junior guard. He's got 16 points today for Oregon. Their leading scorer is Rigsby off the bench with 16, but the big guy in Fale Dante with 21 rebounds, career high, to go with 14 points, and that's our region's recap.
And we've been mentioning, we're getting polished on the boards here, but you pointed out to me the points in the paint. 44 to what is it, 14?
44 to 18.
18. Wow.
Yeah, well, that's where Dante lives. Blue Cane with a high sweeping, running out of bounds bank shot from the right side. He got that over Dante as well, so he had to put it way high in the upper right corner of the glass, and it deflects in. Blue Cane's first points of the half. He's got 9. They're having 7 in the first 20 minutes. 76-62 Ducks. There's Dante on a feed from the baseline. He fills the lane, and he just towers over the rest of our team, and he lays it up high and in good. Dante now with 16 points to go with 21 rebounds. 3. And another second half 3 by the Dogs. Demery cranks out his first. 78-65. 13-point Oregon lead with 2:15 to go. Ducks with the ball. Rigsby early in the shot clock. Misses a mid-range 2. Gets the rebound. Tries to dish it off. Taken away by Hill for the Dogs. We go right to left. Kick out. Hill to Jabri for 3. Good. Timeout Dogs. Got it down to 10 with $1:55 to go. 78-68. Jabri Abdur-Rahim now with 18 weekend against Wake Forest on Friday night in Athens. And then we play North Carolina Central on Sunday afternoon at Stegman at 5 p.m. So games on the 10th and the 12th for Georgia basketball coming up. We'll squeeze in a football game against Ole Miss on Saturday in between. Dogs full court pressure. Ducks throw it in to Zarzuela. And then it goes back to Kusnard under the basket. He's going to try to run it out of the lane on that end of the floor. Split a double team. We got a body on him and fouled. Stops the clock with 1:51 to go. Oregon has not been good at the line today. Just 52%.
Let's keep it that way.
That's what Georgia's hoping for here by fouling and hoping to climb back into this down 10 with 1:51 to go. Kusnard, right-handed shooter. That free throw is a brick. No good. That foul, by the way, was on Demery, his 4th for the freshman. Kusnard, the South Carolina transfer, second free throw is good. He hits 1 out of 2. And he's got 12 points. Dogs with the ball, down 11, 79-68. Here's a 3. Hill couldn't bank it in. Rebound, Deloach. Hook shot with the right hand. Yeah, way to the left. And right to Oregon. He was right in front of the basket in the lane, but his body was turned in the wrong direction when he tried to go back up with that one. 11-point Oregon lead. They've got the ball with 1:25 and the clock moving. Demery out guarding the ball handler. Doesn't want to foul. He's got 4 already. And now an offensive screen illegally set by Nate Biddle, and that's called by Joe Lindsay. Offensive foul on the Ducks. And that'll give the Dogs the possession with 1:15 to go with an 11-point deficit. 79-68 here in the opener. Final minute here in Las Vegas. Hill drives, left-hander, shoots it with the right. And the shot got blocked down on the floor. It bounced off the floor, deflected out by Oregon.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Justin was trying to.
I don't know if he's trying to pass it through the lane to Deloach or actually fade away and shoot that thing.
Yeah, and going at him, they had 2 guys on him.
Officials are going to look at it, see if they got the call right. And it'll be Georgia basketball. Demery to throw it in with 1:07 to go. Right of the basket on the baseline to Kane in the corner. And he gets it to go. 3-pointer rattles home for Blue Cane. Tried to get a foul tacked onto that as well, but no whistle. Blue Cane with a 3-pointer. He's got a dozen now. And it's 79-71. Look at this. It's an 8-point game with 57 seconds to go. Now the officials.
Mike White going to make some substitutions here, get some defenders in there.
I think they're going to look at the video monitor
again.
again.
But George is taking advantage of the stop. Stoppage in play.
Can't hear the conversation with the officials from our broadcast location here on the mezzanine level. Now the officials, two of them had walked to middle of the floor with the basketball. They don't look at the video monitor. Now they go back to the baseline and get ready to give the ball to Oregon. And all the while, both teams are substituting. So it's an 8-point game, less than a minute to go. Couisnard slaps the ball for the Ducks on the baseline, throws it into Bartholomew. He's trapped the double team, threw it out. Now whistles are blowing. And, he says Dana Altman called a timeout from the bench on the far right end of the floor after their guy got trapped. That was in the left corner right in front of our bench. And he's long. Frank is 6'10". He's got the arms.
And look at those arms up in the air.
He's got the arms reached up high. He's got to give the inbound player a little bit of space. He's looking. He's throwing it in. He's lobbing it into the 7-footer. Off his hands. He turned it over. And then Anselm Ebe got the ball, and they call a quick tie-up. They say Biddle got hands on it. Wow. That was a quick whistle on the jump ball call. Not a fan of that either. That should have been Georgia's basketball, I think. Biddle barely got his hands on the ball if he got him on it at all. So the Ducks get it back, and they get to throw it in again. The same play. They get it to the 7-footer Biddle. Then back over to one of their guards, Bartholomew. And as he dribbles up the floor, we foul him at half court. Stop the clock. It's on Melendez. Third foul on R.J. Melendez. Stops the clock with 45 and a half to go. And Bartholomew will be at the line, and he's probably their best free throw shooter, 83% last year. Actually, 83% for his career. And number one from the right-hander, he doinked it off the back of the rim. No good. Everybody's missing today. That's his first miss from the line today. Now 3 for 4.
Oh, they've given us some opportunities with their free throw shooting, no doubt.
So the door cracked open a little bit. Still an 8-point game. He's got another free throw to go. He'll try to put Oregon up by 3 possessions with 45 and a half seconds remaining. And that free throw will rattle out. No good. Deloach the rebound. Dogs run it into the front court in a hurry. Silas Demery with 39 seconds to go. Demery guarded by Couisnard. They screen, leave him open. He thought about the three, didn't take it. Hill's got it over to Demery. He will shoot the three. Left corner, dreadfully short. He airballed it, and it's picked up by the Ducks on the right baseline. 25 seconds to go. Blue Cane forced to foul to stop the clock. Silas didn't get anything on that. He got no lift on that three-point shot from the left corner. He was pretty open. Didn't have a man in his face, but the ball never got close to the rim. So it'll be Zarzuela at the line. Pair of free throws. Golly. Another miss by Oregon at the line. They're below 50. They're 46% from the line today. Oof. Makes that one. Makes 1 out of 2. Dogs down 9. 21 seconds to go. And there's a steal on the wing by Couisnard. He's going to go to the rack and dunk it with one hand. And that'll steal this one up with 15 seconds to play. Hill at half court for Georgia now into the front side. Set shot three is short. Front side of the rim. Deflects out of bounds. It'll be Oregon ball with 6.3 to go. It's 82-71, and this one is winding down. The men's game later tonight will feature Kansas State and Southern Cal. The women's game will feature Colorado and LSU. As the Ducks inbound, run the final seconds off the clock, they dribble it out, and they win this game on the season opener here in Las Vegas. Your final, Oregon 82 and Georgia 71. We'll come back to Las Vegas right after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.